coming at you with a product review on this little ice maker, electric ice maker. First thing I want to tell you is it's good. You know, look, it's a heavy unit, not heavy, not too heavy, but you can tell it's decent quality. And one of the first things you need to be aware of is that when you get this thing in, you get it set up where you want to have it, you need to let it sit for 2 hours before plugging it in. Don't just plug it in and start trying to bang out a bunch of ice cubes, because it needs time to settle. The refrigerant that is in this needs time to settle, and that takes about 2 hours. So let it sit for 2 hours, then come in, plug it in. When you plug it in, before you turn the power on, go inside. There's a piece of tape here, and there's a piece of tape here on each side, right? Each side, holding that little basket in, okay? Then, it's clear tape, so you can't really see it, but this little scooper here, which you're gonna see in a minute, it's gonna go down after the ice cubes fall, but that little scooper also is taped down. So you want to make sure you pull the tape off, or it's going to be trying to move, but it's not going to be able to move anywhere because it's taped. There we go. There it is. This is exciting, folks. I actually sat and watched this for quite a while because I have nothing better to do. But you can see the ice cubes there, and then the scooper comes back and pushes them over the edge. Boom, done. Now what happens is when you get you get some cubes up here, because it's going to keep putting these ice cubes in. As soon as it gets any resistance at all, as soon as that little scooper gets any resistance at all, it automatically stops creating ice cubes. Now they tell you to clean out or change the water every 24 hours, which is what I've done. And once you know, it's super easy to clean. Once you change out the water, you don't have to be running it all the time. I do, because I drink a lot of water and I drink a lot of sports drinks. So, you know, I keep this thing running because I'm going to go through the ice cubes, and you can see right here. Right now, what I will tell you about this is, yes, they are ice cubes. This is not a freezer. It's an ice cube maker, right? So it's not nearly as cold as what it is in a freezer. So these things, as they sit here throughout the day, if nobody's, you know, using the ice cubes, they will start to melt, right? And you can see that here. It's almost like the ice cubes are kind of like, what do they remind me of? Like a snowball, right? When you were a kid, you really compress some snow and ice, or you know, wet snow, and you get kind of an ice cube, but they're super soft, okay? So they are going to get your drink cold. They're going to melt extremely quickly. Now, we're at about 68 degrees in the house right now, and you know, these ice cubes are holding up fairly well, but I'm in Las Vegas, so it's going to be interesting to see how these things hold up when it's 110 degrees outside. So that'll be interesting. For now, though, I'm very pleased. You just plug this into a 110 wall outlet. They give you a little ice scooper, right? No leaks or anything like that. Remember the 2 hour thing. It'll let you know, this little indicator light will let you know when you need to add water. It'll let you know when the ice basket is full. And you've got the power button, and you also have small or large for the ice cubes. I had it set on small because I think it was six to 8 minutes for your batch of small ice cubes. The large take more along the lines of 8 to 13, depending. But the small cubes really, I mean, they melt fairly quickly, and that is why I decided to go back to the large cubes, because they seem to last a little bit longer. All in all, it's, you know, very small. You probably can hear it running. It's not as bad as it might sound on the phone. It's actually a very quiet unit. I get startled every once in a while when there is a what do you call it? an ice drop into the bucket, right? Because you're like, oh, wait a minute, who the hell's in my bathroom? Well, there's nobody in my bathroom. It's the ice bucket dropping ice. So, very cool unit. I want to make sure I point something else out to you here. Now, whatever it is that they're using as a refrigerant is potentially a fire risk. Explosion, flammable refrigerate, do not use mechanical devices to defrost. In other words, don't be breaking out a heating gun or a torch to try and defrost this thing. If it gets caked with ice, unplug it, take it outside, put it in the sun, and let it dry naturally. Be very, very careful with this. I mean, when you see a warning like this, they're going out of their way to make sure that you understand that what is inside is flammable and can blow up or catch fire. So you need to be cautious or cognizant of that. Do not use mechanical devices to defrost ice maker. Do not puncture refrigerant tubing. Well, that goes for any refrigerant, right? I mean, you don't want to go around puncturing the tubing. So let's see. You can pull the basket out. Like I said, there's a piece of tape on this side, a piece of tape on this side that hold the basket in. Pull those off right as soon as you plug it in, and then make sure you also pull the tape off of that little scooper. Now, when you get to, when you've got ice cubes that get up to here, as soon as this little scooper feels any resistance at all, it stops. It stops creating ice cubes, and it's waiting. It's waiting until you either scoop some out, and then as soon as you scoop some out, it starts all over again, right? I think it's a very practical device. I'm glad I have it. I'm going to be interested to see how these ice cubes last in 110 to 115 degree weather. But for right now, working just fine. Like I said, very quiet. It seems to be good quality, and I'm very pleased.
John draws better than that, and I think there's something wrong with it.
Just to be perfectly honest, we could really use some help. This thing is awesome. I literally turned it on 6 minutes ago and I already have ice. It even has an option to have small cubes or large cubes. This was a good deal for the money.